I want to talk about how people be jealous of the love you get. Like people be so jealous of the love people show you. I'm do a short little story time. I was talking to my niece yesterday because my therapist came out to see me, and I was telling her about my businesses because she knows I'm looking for a job, and I was telling her about my businesses. And I was showing her my one of my businesses are making wreaths and floral arrangements. So I was showing her my wreath I did, and she said, "Oh, that's very beautiful. That's very creative. Like I really like that." And she was telling me how I should do Christmas wreaths, how they would sell and stuff like that. Because I told her my jewelry business is a bit slow, and so is my dog walking business. So she was like, you should do you should do Christmas wreaths. They will really sell." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And then she know I'm also looking for a job. So she said, "Do you want to go to one of the stores around here? The two stores around here?" And I was like, "No," because I already tried them and I know they're not gonna hire me. So anyway, my niece sees her, she gets out the car, she goes in the house. So then when we're done with our session, I come in. My niece was like, because this is a new a new therapist, because the other therapist is gone away, so it's a new therapist. So my niece was like, "Oh, you probably like her," and I was like, "Yeah," and I was telling her the things she said, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you really like her because you just want to hear something good. You just want to hear positive things. You only want to hear positive things. You only want to hear positive things." And I'm like, who doesn't want to hear positive things? Like what? Like who wants to hear? I mean, yeah, constructive criticism is good, and I get that a lot too. But like, I mean, who doesn't want to hear positive things, like good things and stuff like that? You know? And she's like, "Oh, you just like her because she said, your reefs, you just want to hear good things. That's all you want to hear. Is somebody to stroke your ego. You just want to hear good things." And I'm like, no. And she's also said that about when I worked at TJ Maxx, the old manager that used to be there. She used to always say how I did a good job and how I worked very fast. And the thing about me is when I go to work, I work. Like I'm a hard worker. When I go to work, I go to work. And I work very fast. Like I don't know why. I think that's like I don't know. I got to figure that out. But like I do things very fast. Like I eat fast. I walk fast. Well, sometimes I walk fast, but I eat fast. Like I clean fast. I do everything fast. So like when I'm working, I work very fast. So I get things done. So then I'll be like bored, like with nothing to do because I've gotten everything that the manager has told me to do. I've gotten it done. So she was praising me on that. And she was like, "Oh, you just happy that she said that you did a good job and that's what you're there for, to do a good job." I'm like, "Girl, bye." Like she just hates to see that other people show and praise me and show me love. Like she hates that. And it's like why do people be like that? They get mad at the love you get, like cuz you get compliments or people say like my therapist was saying that my wreaths are pretty. Like why do you get mad at that? Like it's like she wants somebody to tear me down or something like that. Like she wants to hear the negative, like anything negative she eats it up. But like I don't understand. Like why do you want to hear people tell me negative stuff? Like who doesn't want to hear good stuff? Like I'm pretty sure you want to hear good stuff. Like who doesn't want to hear good stuff? Nobody wants to hear negative stuff about them. So of course I love it. Of course I'm gonna like this lady. Of course. You know? If she told me negative stuff, you think I like her? No, I wouldn't. It doesn't make sense. And she's also the type of person, like she was like, we had switched the subject to how they talk to their friends. They call their friends B's and H's and they call them dumb, stupid, and retarded. And I'm like, I wasn't raised like that. In my household, we didn't talk like that in my household. People spoke very highly of each other in the household. There was no arguments. Like when I say I grew up in a healthy household, like there was no arguments, no down talking each other. Like I didn't grow up like that. And to give a short little story, I'm adopted. So I didn't grow up in a household like that. So to be adopted and then come to my, find my birth family, they talk like that. Like my birth mom, she will cuss you all the way out. She was, when I say she was something, she was something. She didn't give no F's about cussing you out and calling you all kind of names. So that's how they was raised. But I wasn't raised like that. And I was like, me and my friends, we don't talk like that. We don't call each other dumb, B's and H's and all kinds of names like that. And it was like, we don't care. That's just how we talk, and that's a term of endearment. No, it's not. And they was like, then my sister was like, well, your friends must really not like love you like that or care about you like that. I'm like, they do care about me like that. Matter of fact, they have respect for me and know not to call me out my name. That's how much they care about me and love me. They have respect for me not to call me out my name and not to call me dumb, stupid, or retarded or none of that. They have respect for me. And the same went in my household. We have respect for one another. I never cuss my mom out. You would never hear today's kids cussing their mom out. Let me cuss my mom out. Oh, it's going to be a wrap. I never cussed my mom out and called her out her name. Like, I grew up in a well-respected household. We respected one another. And there was no arguments and no down-talking one another. So this like, living with them is like, it's like an eye-opener because I see how they live. And I wasn't raised like that. And I was also raised like the only child. So I was like, I have a lot of brothers and sisters on my birth side. But like on my adopted side, I was the only child. So like, she's like, why do you always like to be alone a lot? Why do you always go off to your space? And it's because I was raised the only child. I'm not used to being around people like that. I had friends. I had hella friends. But like, I'm just used to being alone. Like, I like my alone time. I like being alone. So like, it's just like some people hate the love you get. Like, they really get mad when people show you love and like encourage you and cheer you on and stuff like that. Like, they can't stand to see it. And it's just sad and pathetic. Like, why can't we just uplift one another? Why do we have to talk down on one another? But anyway, I just wanted to make this video to say that some people really just hate you because of the love you get. They can't stand you.